Hello, beautiful people. Happy Motivational Monday. My name is Kira. I am your host, and this is our very last episode for season two. So we started back in October, I believe, of 2024, which means that we have been doing 6 straight months of Motivational Monday. I think there have only been two or three Mondays that we haven't done. One, I was sick. One of them was a break between the seasons, and then next week is also a break between the seasons. So, with that, we've covered a lot during Motivational Monday, and today's just a celebration episode. So, I'm not necessarily teaching on anything specific. We're going to be more reflecting, we're going to be more celebrating. I also have a survey that we'll pull up just to gather your feedback for how Motivational Monday has been. And then I want to let you know about what the future seasons look like, what our growth looks like, and all of that. But before I do all of that, I'm curious. I have two questions. One, where in the world are you tuning in from? I would love to see. I love seeing the web that we weave and where we're tuning in from, because we're pretty much all over, right? And then two, I would love to know how you're feeling today. It's officially springtime. So much greatness is upon us. I feel like there's so much blossoming and blooming in our worlds, and I just want to hear what's going on in your lives. So while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up the registration code for season three, Motivational Monday, so that you can get registered for all of our upcoming episodes. I'm so excited. I love new things. I love new things, and I also love things that are already great and making them even greater. So, let me get this link up for you. Okay. Cool. Let's see. We've got Alexandria, Virginia. Life is good. El Paso, Texas. I love spring. Arizona, feeling good here. Feeling good, hot here already though. I know my friend was telling me it was going to be like 85 or like 70s or 80s this week. I'm like, girl, send that weather my way, please. Let's see. Spring equals summer's already here. I love that. A lot of you are in Arizona. We have a lot of business that we do in Arizona. 90s in Arizona this week. Send it to me. If you're like, it's too early. I don't know if I want it. Just be like, talk to the weather and be like, go to Kira. And it'll make its way. I know that. Weather here has been kind of crazy. Weather forecast for Friday is almost 80 and then back down to the 40s on Saturday in South Dakota. Yeah, actually, I can tell you what's going on in North Carolina. It gets a little we have like it's interesting. I moved here from upstate New York where we basically had a little bit of summer, a decent amount of fall, a long winter, and then a muddy, muddy, muddy spring that would sometimes last until May or June. So, moving down to North Carolina, I worked with some cool farmers, like fifth generation farmers, and they were like, there are about 4 or 5 false springs that happen as we're leading into the spring season, which is where we'll get like a 70 or 80-degree spell for a couple of days, and then it'll drop down to below freezing. And if you don't know that when you move here and you get like the first burst of spring and you get all excited, you plant your plants and then they get all frosted down. So you have to wait, and this is all in the Farmer's Almanac. But you have to wait. You have to wait for the real spring to fully, fully arrive. So let's see what my weather looks like here. Yeah, like it's supposed to be 66 today, but down in the 30s in the evenings, but it's supposed to stay in the 60s and 70s all week, which I'm so excited about. Wow. Okay, cool. So I'm sure we have quite a few people on. Perfect. Now, this is the link. I'm dropping it in the chat for our season three Motivational Monday. We have a few changes possibly coming your way. Nothing confirmed yet, and nothing fully immediate, but there chances are that I'm going to be pulling out guides from our guide community to help host our Motivational Mondays at certain times. It won't be every Monday to start. However, we will start showcasing our guides a little bit more, like we've been doing on our Connect series with the Being Human First series. And we're going to be doing a similar thing with Motivational Monday. So A lot of you fill out the survey after every Motivational Monday, and some of the results on the survey say that you don't know where to get started with life guides and actually using the service. A lot of you, one of you actually said, listen to this, one of you said that you're scared of what is going to come up and what you're going to find out about yourself through these journeys. And I think vulnerability can be scary. And I think acknowledging that support is going to be helpful for us can be scary because sometimes it's really easy to just go out your day and live your life and do the things and cross off the checklist and whatever without actually reflecting and without actually processing. And there's so much to do and so much to accomplish and so much to be that we forget to just sit back and to actually question and to self reflect and to go within. So, the reason why I want to bring these guides out is so that you have the experiences with someone who is actually here to help you and support you. And your life guides journey with a guide looks like whatever you want it to be. If it gets it's not like you're going to therapy. That's the thing, is it's more casual than therapy and more qualified than a friend. So it's that middle ground. So it's someone who's sharing their perspective and sharing their insight with you. Whereas in therapy, and I love therapy so much, but they're just different, right? So in therapy, you have someone who is looking at more of a clinical approach to your mental health and your mental well-being, right? So they have specific tools, specific tactics, and it's also wildly inappropriate for them to share their real lived experience with you. It's all about you, it's all about your journey, it's all about your growth and pulling a lot to the surface. With life guides, you have a guide who's actually sharing their stories with you, sharing their insight, sharing their perspective, sharing their wisdom, sharing their guidance. And you're able to get to know them as they get to know you. And it becomes a meaningful relationship. With a therapist, it's not necessarily a relationship, right? It's like a support system. But with life guides, it's a meaningful relationship that you're able to go to and get support and unbiased advice and guidance and wisdom. So, we covered a lot in season 2 of Motivational Monday. We did everything from the power of affirmation to what it looks like to be in urgency culture, saying goodbye, to all of that, learning about the science of burnout, which that episode was so cool. It happened on MLK Day, so we had less people on that episode. But that one, there were people who were like, I realize that the person that I've become due to burnout isn't who I am at my nature and at my core. And that makes me so happy because I thought that I was changing and that there was something wrong with me. But what's wrong with me is that I'm in burnout. And it made them personalize depersonalize that experience more and to realize that it's a byproduct of the environment that they've been in and that they can change that and that they can go back to finding their own happy joyful selves. We talked about the healing power of music, dance, laughter, and sleep. We talked about easy ways to boost your nutrition, how to hydrate properly, and how alcohol and coffee affect the body. So we dive in. And I want you to know, I do pay attention to the surveys and your answers that you provide. So, someone, I think it was last week, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last week, someone said that they hate the YouTube videos. And at first I was like, oh, that kind of hurt. But then I was like, you know what? That probably just means that they love my voice and they love my face. So, and that they miss me and what I have to share. So, with that, I do have a survey and it's kind of gathering your perspective on Motivational Monday as a whole, how it's helped you evolve, how it's helped you grow. And also, I did put in the question of like, do you prefer the YouTube videos? Do you not prefer the YouTube videos? Do you want a mix of all of it? Because basically, at the end of this all, I'm not deeply attached to anything that we do on Motivational Monday other than bringing you meaningful and intentional conversations that help you navigate your life and your week differently than you would have without them. So it's not up to me to say like, oh, you should like the YouTube videos or you should like me talking or whatever it is. It's up to you all to say, hey, this is what I actually really like. This is what I maybe don't like as much. And I'll take your feedback and I'll create something and evolve and change and adapt in a way that makes this even bigger and better, right? Because it's really just me thinking about things and putting them together. And then you all can help co create what we're doing and be a part of the bigger experience of it all. We have the season 2 Motivational Monday finale quiz now up on the screen. And it's questions along the lines of overall, how valuable did you find Motivational Monday this season? I did list out all of the episodes. You don't have to respond to every single one of these questions either, but I did list out all the episodes. If you would like to choose your favorite episode or topic from this season, by all means, it's a multiple choice, so you can select as many as you'd like. Um, what was the most impactful takeaway or lesson for you this season? What format do you prefer? Motivational Monday, just me talking, YouTube, a little bit of both? Also, I'm curious if you watched live or watched the recording later, what topics you would like to see, how this could be even better for you, if you would recommend this, and then if you have any final thoughts or feedback. So, I am going to, yeah, just give you all space to fill that out and provide your final answers. Thank you so much for sharing, and then we'll do a little bit of celebration and then we'll be done. And I hope that our topics and what we've talked about during Motivational Monday have been these reoccurring themes for you where you can think about your life and you can think about the things that you're doing and that you're sharing in your life. And that Motivational Monday gets to plant a seed in that. If this is my first Motivational Monday, would I do the survey? Nope, you don't have to do the survey. If you would like to do the survey and like type in categories that you would like to see for future Motivational Mondays, by all means, please do. And all of the previous recordings are on our YouTube channel, which I will pull up for you. We have a whole Motivational Monday playlist essentially where you can just watch all of our YouTube videos for Motivational Monday and follow along on the journeys. Our Motivational Mondays are typically me sharing insights, guidance, wisdom, perspective. Today's a little bit more of the celebration and reflection part of the journey. And getting ready for the next season. So, what it looks like is next week we will not have a Motivational Monday. Our Motivational Monday emails, you might have seen the difference in the cadence of our emails. They used to go out on Mondays, a couple of hours before the event, and then we had some feedback that it didn't give people enough time to actually join the event. So now we send out our Motivational Monday emails the Thursday prior. So this Thursday, you're going to get an email with the recording of this week's session, and you're also going to get in that email a worksheet for helping you really curate what the next steps of your journey look like. And it's going to be based on what did you learn during Motivational Monday? What are maybe one or two of the things that you're like, wow, I should definitely take that away. I should definitely grow in that direction. And I'd love to focus on that. And then with that, essentially, we're helping you curate an experience with a guide where you'll be able to have someone help you on that journey and stay focused. Because if we set a goal, we're about 60% likely to accomplish that goal. However, if we have an accountability partner towards that goal, we're 95% more likely to achieve that. So, with that, the intention of all of this is to bring more purpose and meaning into your lives and to help you see the places where you can grow and become the best version of yourself. So, with that, these events and these virtual events that we put on are so helpful. And then the ideal situation is that you get a guide and they help you navigate that journey yourselves. So, I'll give us maybe another minute, minute and a half to finish out the Motivational Monday finale survey. And then we'll share a couple of celebrations, maybe wins that you've had, maybe things that you've reflected on, maybe places where you've seen that you're like, okay, that's absolutely, I see that I'm doing something where I want to do it a little bit differently, and you've started to make change. Whatever it is, there's so many ways in which Motivational Monday is here to help and support you. And I would love to hear about how you've accomplished that. And maybe the accomplishment in and of itself is showing up. And maybe it's like I showed up as much as I could and I learned and I reflected. And that in and of itself was a win because usually I don't have time for anything. That's a win. I'm not here to tell you what's good or bad or what's amazing or a struggle. It's all up to you. It is all your journey, and we're just here to help you navigate your journey, right? life guides. We are guides for your life. We guide you based on where you'd like to go in your life. We're not telling you where to go. We're not telling you what to do with your life. It is all guided and directed by you. So I'm going to give us about 15 more seconds and then I'm going to end the poll. And thank you all for participating in the poll and the survey. I appreciate it so much. Okay, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, beautiful. Okay, thank you all for your survey results. I appreciate it so much. So I'm curious for you, as someone who's been listening to Motivational Monday and has been here on this journey, how has Motivational Monday positively affected you? And what are the places where you've learned something that has maybe changed the way that you think or changed the way that you show up or has just planted a seed maybe for the future? I'm curious. And you can share it in the chat. I know that we talked about a lot of different topics, and I know that a lot of them were maybe really relevant. I know that some of them maybe didn't super relate to you at all, like the healing powers of dance. Maybe some of you really don't like dancing. That's okay. But maybe having the conversation about burnout culture really helped you see that that's one of the ways that you've shown up in your life. Maybe it's just been that you've had structure on a Monday. Maybe it's just been that maybe all of these things were things you already knew, but you got to share it with someone else now. For me, it's a great way to start the week. Every week's topic plants a seed. Some I've explored more during that week. The session keeps my mind, oh, that's cute. The sessions keep my mind on making sure I'm taking care of myself. I love that, Patty. Thank you for sharing that. I definitely want to stay away from burnout. I work full time and have 3 children. Wow. Motivational Mondays have encouraged me to know when I don't have the capacity and that I can say no respectfully. Yes, I love that. That's so good. I think it was the quick moment of learning and exploring new topics or topics I had interested in. Oh, that I had interest in, but not the time to do the research. Exactly. Like I do research on a lot of our topics, and I just want to bring them to the table, right? Start having some conversations, changing some things. And maybe again, like maybe it's a little seed planted for you, but you talk to someone else about it and it's like it automatically blossoms into a tree. You have no idea. I specifically have no idea how these conversations ripple out in the bigger themes of life, right? Like I'm this is me, right? I got my little 4 corners of the screen and I share with you all, but there are so many ways for this to ripple out, and these are conversations that I feel like a lot of people could benefit from. So maybe you're starting to talk to your people about them, and maybe you're bringing these ideas to your friends, or maybe you're, like Maripaz, you being able to realize that you can say no respectively. You're setting a new standard for your children for when they're in their working journey, right? That maybe they can say no respectfully and realize and honor their capacity and show up in a different way. Oh, I love that. Motivational Monday reminds me how important laughter, music, and nutrition are. I love that Kira has so much research behind the topics. Oh, thank you. I love researching. So if you guys like that research, I'm into it. Let's see. I agree with Patty. It's a great way to start the week. A friend of mine encouraged me to join. So finding friends who encourage you to grow are also a plus. That is like one of my greatest things is I really want Motivational Monday to continue to grow. And we're doing a lot of our own engagement efforts in life guides. But if you've got like your work friends that could easily benefit from this, please tell them. Allow them to be on this journey with us. I have really been able to prioritize work-life balance. Hobbies equal happiness, and working during non-work hours is not the key to happiness. No burnout, no thank you. I love that. The blue zones, yeah, the blue zones opened my eyes a bit. Learning that living to 100 is not only biological, but a byproduct of intentional lifestyle patterns, consistency, as well as who you surround yourself with. I've been thinking about the blue zones a lot as well. And I think one of the greatest things that we can do is realizing where we want to be long term and taking steps in that direction. And there are a lot of things in this world that aren't great for us, but I think when we know what's not great for us, it makes it very simple to follow in the path of what is great for us. So season 3 is all about well-being. So in April, we're doing physical well-being. In May, for Mental Health Month, we're doing mental well-being. And in June, we are doing emotional well-being. So we'll be coming even deeper into some of these topics, and we'll be getting like some of them for physical well-being. We'll be talking about lymphatic drainage and how to start to clear out the toxins of your body, different things. So it's not just all of the like, oh, go for a run, walk 10,000 steps a day, which is really good, but maybe some other things that we're not necessarily seeing mainstream that I want us to start to develop in our practice. This is forcing me to take some time for 30 minutes to think of something else besides work. And even though it's early enough for me to take the time and get the knowledge instilled for the rest of the week. Oh, you all are amazing. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for being here for season 2. I'm actually going to miss you all so much next week. Motivational Monday is such an important foundation to setting my week up. So I'll be working on the worksheet over the next couple of days. That will be in your email. So keep an eye out for Thursday. There will be a worksheet, and it's going to be reflective. It's going to give you some action steps. It'll help you take everything that we just learned, put it like boil it down maybe into one or two very specific places, and then from there it's going to give you ways in which you can move forward and continuing on that journey. Because if you think I'm cool, our guides are so cool. If you like hearing me speak, our guides, you're going to love hearing them speak. And I know sometimes it's intimidating, like you don't know them. At least you know me, you hear me, you see me. We're here every Monday, but that's why we're going to start bringing guides in as well. So thank you all so much for being on this journey. It is always a pleasure and a joy. I will not be seeing you next Monday. But I will be seeing you the first Monday in April. Let me drop the registration link for season 3 as well. So with this registration link, you can register, you can input all of your information, and you can choose all of the sessions you want to register for. There aren't topic names for the sessions yet. I'm finalizing that programming and getting really clear on what they are. So as we continue to flow over the next week or so, you'll see those topics get added in. And I'm so excited to continue to grow with you. We've already done 6 months of this journey together, and I'm excited for the next 6 months. Have a beautiful week, everyone. I will talk to you soon, and happy Motivational Monday. Bye.